Here we go. Alright, let me just get everything set up properly, ready to go. Epic Games. Alright. Yep. Alrighty. Let's show this and then bomber over. Yeah. Alright. Fire out. I'm feeling dead. Is there any new updates about... Unlock the key. Will be matchmaking disabled in 30 minutes per hour. Yeah, well they need to put the fucking servers back up. That's all they need to do right now. That's all they need to do. Where is it? There it is. Alrighty. Let's check out Epic Games, see if there's any update. Nope. Alright. Alrighty. Yes. Um. Mm, mm, mm. Mm. Alright. Guess it's just a waiting game. Oh, um, uh, so I guess we're gonna be here for about good solid couple of hours. Nobody's gonna answer when the servers are back up. It's not good. It's really not good. Alright. And yes, we are doing a giveaway finally. Let's see if there's a trailer. Oh, yes, movies. Don't need any of that. I don't really know. well, not view count. I'm guessing today, in the past week. Because I don't know if they've actually released a trailer, because it'll be on Twitter if it's released. All the trailers and shit. So it's not good. We don't got a trailer. But people got kicked in an arena. It's unlucky. It's unlucky olds. Any update on the Fortnite? Left. Looks like nobody actually got the clue. I think Fortnite needs to just tweet out when the next update's gonna be. Due to an issue, we are entering downtime early. I'll let you know when the downtime has ended. Alright. People's lives glued onto Fortnite. It's been 1 minute without Fortnite. I cannot walk up without trembling. That's pretty funny. Lucky people still in the game. If only we could be in the game right now. What? Epic Games. Surely. What's good, guys? No. Still unavailable. Downtime is still happening. Not good, not good. What should we play? Some Fall Guys while we're waiting? It's not good, not good. Yeah, nobody even knows when the servers are up. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. People clickbaiting people. It's funny. Fortnite servers. Creator say it's a Halloween update. What do you all think? Well, yeah, it has to be the Halloween update. It's freaking October. Probably late game. But yeah, late game's probably gonna come back. It's pretty good. Late game scrims. But yes. Welcome, guys, to the live stream. I don't know what else I could tell you guys. Cause yeah, Fortnite servers are down, we all know that. There's not much we could do without Fortnite. I reckon we play some Fall Guys. Fall Guys while we're waiting. Mm, mm, mm. Rightio. Come on. Play some Fall Guys while we're waiting, guys. If any updates happen on Twitter, I'll make sure to show it on the screen. Yeah, don't need to be that loud. Blow my fucking eardrums out, man. Let's check up. OG spot. Ooh, you know what they may put into the game? That cemetery spot. I forget what it was called. It's next to Peasant Park. Pleasant. I think. Yeah, something like that. 11 hours. So they started downtime at 11 hours, bro. What's gone through their heads? It's not good. It's not good at all. Well, I guess you guys can watch me open up my countdown. Um, 11 hours. 11 hours. Well, that's not good. Literal 11 hours, man. 11 hours. guess we're just gonna watch some Fortnite FNCS.
Emily.
But yep, Fortnite servers aren't up for another like 10 hours, guys, so grab your chips because we're gonna be here for a while.
So my name is Kanata, and my name comes from a Canada Goose jacket. I don't know, it just came to me. I was just like, oh, Kanata or something.
Oh,
So
sorry
my
about
current
that,
name right now
guys.
is
Sorry.
Mega. I started off with the name
What up, Helen?
457. I was just like a huge
What's
troll
goody?
IRL, and then
Wednesday, which is important because it's the one with the new storm surge that got second place.
Yeah, and honestly, it was that top 5. It was kind of getting scrambled towards the very end, and hits clutches like this. That shows that he has ice in his veins, that he is man that will not be denied at all.
And obviously the question is,
Welcome.
can Kanata finally grab that first place spot? And he might look to one of the teams that grabbed plenty of...
Don't really like that FNCS final. Let's look at the most viewed. Let's watch this one.
And they all want to be in that top spot, first place, walking away with $3 million in prize money. But for most of them, it's about the title. They want to be in the top spot. They want the clout. They want the recognition. They want to say, I am the ultimate Victor Royale.
So we're going to go ahead and join the players on the floor in the Arthur Ashe Stadium. They're ready. We're going to go ahead
What's
with
good,
our
guys?
first group of
Don't forget
contestants.
to
It is
subscribe if you're new.
Booga, Bizzle, Commandment, Vivid, Cease, Snow, Riversun, Leleo, and Dubs.
Now, these were the players who qualified out of NA East, NA West, and Brazil during the first week. The ones who rose to the occasion right away, cemented themselves in there, and didn't have to worry about it. And right away, how can you not call out the NA East Titans of Bizzle, Vivid, and Cease? Been around forever, and Cease, more importantly, we said he deserved more recognition. He was one of the best, and what did he do yesterday? Third place with Elevate. He's looking ready to go, but Dubs is also ready. Him and Mega had an incredible performance yesterday, and they're looking to represent on the stage.
Yeah, so we'll see if he's going to be able to do that. Of course, at the top of the list is Booga. A lot of people are looking forward to see what he can do on a land environment.
Possible along the way, little side stalls, so quite a bit of wood to farm up. He's got a couple little forests. He's got the
way back in the
Fortnite
day.
quarry there, plus the ship up top. He can take that slip all the way to the top. He's got an opportunity to travel basically uncontested early game, unless somebody maybe gets a couple shots from a distance. Meanwhile, up here at Mega Mall, Pika and Keenstar hanging out inside the shops. Quite a few chests. A lot of verticality inside tends to lead to audio-based fights. Try and figure out whether your opponent is above or below, and how much these players play. If they're keen on those audio cues, they'll know almost immediately.
Now, down to Lucky landing. Boot on the screen. Stacey there as well. First sync bomb coming on through. Doesn't actually wind up connecting too much. 16 builds in total. Now remember.
That's shit quality.
Lazy dog, dirty shirt. Like a boss. More hygiene, less dirt. Like a boss. Super strong, super fast. Like a boss. All clean, what a blast. Like a boss.
Ready to go for a ride?
Another classic Thor adventure. New to buy. Thor is back. Counting on that. Thor Love and Thunder.
right now, 1x2 box. A lot of the times when people play defense in Fortnite towards that mid and early game, they decide to face up and go for shots time and time again. You'll see the difference overall in these different types of game styles from early to late game. In the early game, we saw Savage, we saw Tayson going into big fights that span out and start to get very heated and intense. Right now, we might just see a little bit more of that happening, but people start to bunker down, start to plan a bit more. They just want to know what to do next. They don't want to get a little bit too ahead of themselves.
Any doing good?
Let's see if there's any updates.
Just that hitting
Alright.
players nearby, shots coming through, good tags from him. Again, nothing monumental, nothing that he can work on. As we see Milan easy up there. Milan had a very good day number 1. We'll see if he's able to maintain it. Amplify, also a great day number 1 as well as we move over to Pleasant Park. You look, he does have that heavy sniper. Now that's an impact weapon. He could get a snipe here as we tune into him as he's looking for that angle. Someone on the other side does know that he's there, so maybe not able to hit it there. Actually, I don't think they know he's there. They're boxing up from someone else. Amplify is playing this perfectly. This is so good. He's going to be able to sneak around, get a shot, trade into AR shots there as the shield's going to be cracked. He's actually going to miss it, but the continued pressure to crack the shields, and now that's his key to move into the fight. He's got the catalyst to go. His aggression going to go up very, very well here, but shots coming through. All of a sudden, his aggression may turn against him, but no, Tiago going to fall with a quick turnaround pump shotgun.
But Tiago just did not have enough gas left, no more shields available to take these close-range fights. Amplify will also be very weak because he traded a few shots with Tiago over there, so he's going to have to back off and heal up. His friend, his org teammate, Matzo, is going to be the one trying to push him slightly, but seeing Metal, one of the strongest builds in Fortnite, he'll back off, wait out, and both these players will be able to just plan once again and move to the next fight in the game.
Speaking of the next fight in the game, we've got Airwax versus Lecce brewing up here. Two big names within the European region. Lecce looking to go aggressive, looking to get into the box. He's got the information that he needs. You see edits coming through here from Airwax's perspective. Lecce just trying to get the wall with their SMG. Shots coming through. Airwax makes an edit, and Lecce takes him down.
Yeah, this is all about precision when it comes to Lecce, Clay. You're gassing this man up, and rightfully so, because he's so good at ending these fights fast. Just compare what we saw with Lecce to everyone else so far in the early game. It was back and forth.
I'm probably not gonna do it by each video anymore because I don't want to get copyrighted. So we'll stop doing that. be right back. Uncle Roger happy. So this ain't good. Still another 10 hours away from servers being up. Jesus, man. Oh, more. Holy.
Fourth for him, super decisive in the box, controlling edits, getting eliminations. Scully as well, top 5 here, Clay. He's in his own fight. You talked about upper echelon. He's going to be fighting all the way for the top spots, has the beams, and gets them down as well. 1 HP, Clay.
That was way too close for Scully's comfort. He wants to end that so much more quickly. You talked about it. He said, you know, I'm going to get in this box. I'm going to get that shotgun shot followed with the AR. The AR spray a little bit shaky. They're able to capitalize on it, but that may be telling for the next fight, and the next fight after that, a 7 tour right above him. He may need to worry about that. As you see another player down below waiting on top of the bridge, Ashley, just to hold him out. As you see, there were a minute left on zone. This could turn into a back and forth battle that Scully may not be able to win.
Does not have the resources for it as much in terms of shields. Now down to his final mini. Can only ever get to up to 50 HP overall with those items, so we'll see if he is able to find a few more. Right now, another fight breaking out between Blackie and Cartoon, actually getting third-partied or focused on by someone else on the server, so they're going to have to be careful on when they take peeks, when they shoot. They have to stay dynamic. They have to move around.
We'll see what Blackie's going to be able to do. 13 builds. He does take a moment just to wait and bait out the edit. That player knows what he's going for. A nice little edit, going to cause Cartoon to back up there. Putting Blackie on the front foot. No, Mexley is coming in. Snappy is nearby. This is turning into a 4th-party scenario. Everyone in this side has to be aware that if they are not, they're going to get swung up. Mexley going to be able to come behind. Snappy coming behind Mexley. Everybody is coming behind everyone, and the fight is continuing here. But now, all of a sudden, Blackie has realized. He said, okay, I hear this person. I see him now. That's going to give him information he needs to act on. He needs to go aggressive quickly, but he gets taken down pretty low, 51 HP. He does have a flopper. but I don't think he's gonna have time to pop. A shot's gonna come through. No, he's gonna find Cartoon off guard there.
Cartoon taken out with the ring around the rosy. Blackie with 51 HP just had to get touched slightly to be taken out of game 1 of Europe on day 2, but he survives and now has this entire base to operate around of. He has a huge game in front of him. He just has to grasp, hold on, and make sure he doesn't get that low again. Meanwhile, now Clay, we get to that part of the game where a lot of people are in bases. We'll see these box fights happen. Edits, walls, people on top of them over and over. People with heavy snipes though, right? We saw it with Amplify before. They have the range. They can hit big shots, 120 damage, break walls. Combos can happen, but ammo is limited.
Ammo is very limited there. 11 bullets for Kazakh is, not looking good. He really has to manage those shots perfectly. Fanta, though, could get aggressive. He sees an edit right here that he could hop into. This could be Fanta getting an elimination that he wants. And you see he is going to make the moves. SMG going in, shots going to connect onto him. He's doing a lot of damage, though, and he is going to get the elimination onto Kazakh. Kazakh's ammo not there, not able to make the play as Fanta caught him off guard.
What a prediction, play 100%. When you see those loadouts, you know if you're watching that these guys are going to get aggressive. They're going to be waiting. Fanta, though, is there to stop things and get things moving. Nowhere the person who's had trouble sometimes, but now we tune into Moki, who's actually moving all the way around the map. Her POV is not going to be the same from everyone else's. 18 points, she's going to have to actually move very fast compared to the competition and climb this tall mountain in front of her to get towards everyone else on the leaderboard.
And number 1 just got taken out. Janice is out of this game. That is so big for the standings. Moki getting in a box, shots coming through. She is getting the fight in her favor. Lunif does go down, but number 1 is out right now. Shia, Wolfies could take the lead.
Wolfies could possibly take that lead, and I believe Janice has been holding it for this entire time, mentally at least, while he slept and woke up. We could already just see a big change here in game 1. Moki as well, these people at the bottom now. If there is someone that hogs up placement, gets eliminations towards that end game, if he's not there anymore, the people at the bottom of the leaderboard can rise to the top. Benji, fan favorite, everyone wants him in first place. They want him to succeed. Not only low right now on HP, but overall placements on the leaderboard as well. Just 50 points. He needs to ride up or just, climb all the way up to the top. Top 10 right now is around 90 points, so needs a good game out of this entire scenario that he has in game 1. He needs 40 points at least to have a say of where he's supposed to be. He's going to be doing it with beams, usually staying back after this, just playing for that storm surge. The damage overall, but it's a huge rocket that travels across the map and takes out Verox.
Oh, the mastermind of his own destiny there, Benji, making the rocket work. Didn't even shoot it, did nothing, just kind of let it go, and that's what Benji needed. He was so low HP, so low on materials, and now back into this game at the drop of a hat. As we're swapping over here to Glory, we see he does have that mythic AR in his inventory. He is coming up towards Norwich, so we'll see if it involves anything there. Maestro goes down, 68 players, so Storm Surge won't be a factor here, but it may be a factor coming into these next zones. We'll see how Glory does with it. He's got 0 eliminations, and from where he's coming from, I don't know if he's got a lot of tags, but he's setting up one right now.
Setting up one, but he's getting set up at the same time by someone else. You called it, Clay. The Meowskull's Pew Pew rifle from the mythic, not POI, but the mythic big agent who's on the map, gets picked up and used by Glory. Easy availability for eliminations at mid-range, and he picks them right up.
Are you playing
Not gonna be able to
Fortnite
pick up
with
the match.
air?
You saw someone already going to loot Goblin, and as we swap over,
no.
we've got a big piece of the puzzle right here. Kason and Savage are right nearby each other. Savage dead center zone. He is not playing around today. He went middle, and he's saying, you know what? I've got a launch pad. I'll rotate where I need to. I'm going to look. I'm going to get tags because he's got 400 plus AR ammo in his inventory. He's going to be able to pick up players like Steelix.
Yeah, no, I'm just watching
That was insane. We're
some
seeing
Fortnite
these players all the way
clips, so
from range.
you guys
Savage
can watch
and
them as
Benji,
well
just bringing out all the tricks
waiting.
from their books, trying to get these eliminations that we don't usually see them getting. Mongrel as well in the
Cheers for the
picking up a
follow.
few. Thomas HD picks up
Subscribe.
7 Tor 8. He's down now. And Tayson is the man right beside Savage, watching this man operate from a 1x1 metal brick base. Tayson right now has a little bit more defense, but both these guys might just be setting up themselves in positions to take over height and fight for it in an endgame. Speaking of height though, Clay, who's on our screen right now?
You got Aqua, and you let it in perfectly. The segue was beautiful. This man is a master of high ground. We saw it yesterday with the grappler and the Mythic Skies AR. Just so
Yeah,
good.
fucking.
With
I'm
2 ARs right now,
bored.
3 floppers.
11
He's in a good
hours
spot.
of
Zone's actually
waiting.
going to pull a little bit towards him. Aqua
But
is setting
I'm gonna be
himself up for
updating,
another
like,
good game. He could start to ramp up and
I
get past that
believe-
lead because, reminder,
I believe late game's coming back to Fortnite. So late game, probably some Halloween landing spots, like back in chapter 1. Why don't you play the game? Whenever I play a game, people think I just mistaken my live stream, so I'm just playing clips of Fortnite. I don't reckon that's too bad.
our leader going into this game is no longer here.
That's going to be huge for him, everyone else in the game. But off this position, you're right. This could be Aqua's game totally. We could call it right now. That being said, though, you cannot forget people moving in, the items they have. Savage's insane rainbow loadout. So many high-class weapons available for him to use. At the same time, Tayson's positioning just being used once again for his 3rd elimination overall. Does not have the prettiest of loadouts, but he's making it work.
Cheers
He
for
has the shields.
subscribe.
He can play out this end game. He's at maximum mats right now. He has everything he needs to just take control. But look at who's available in front of him right now. Wakey, Slicks, Milan, Lecce. It'll be difficult. And Alex moving through low ground as well.
And getting tagged up there, this is really not good for Andalex. As you see more damage being taken down to 11 builds here. He does have time to pop the shields, and the reprieve is going to come in the form of that metal base, but he is not in zone. He needs to find an impact frag right now, and there's someone running by. Shots could come through. The edit goes through, and he does take down Noah Riley. A surprise elimination is exactly what he needed.
And that might just be enough for him to get into the top 10. When he started this game, he was 12th place overall coming into day 2. Now close to that 90-point threshold that I mentioned before, he has the possibility to break in for that star #1 page, but it'll be difficult to break through to the zone. Just look at it, the minimap on the bottom right of your screen. Everyone on that white safe line is going to be just attracted, magnetized to the edge. No one wants to waste more mats and move. And it's true, you shouldn't, because every time you make a new box, every time you try to make a move, the top players are watching you. Savage is there, Aqua setting up height. It's literally impossible.
Just be
to even
careful
budge or
of
have a
these
type of
videos
personality
on
or
stream
say
if
on the server.
one has copyright music.
We see Cash 3 going down there to MStar.
If I hear music, I'll probably just
probably gonna
turn
have
the
it
stream
moving. If
down.
zone moves to the north, we're gonna see a lot of launch pads, a lot of big names going to go down, because it's a really hard rotation to make, and it is gonna go to the north. Shot's gonna come through momentarily though.
And if Andalex doesn't have a launch pad here,
Try and get to this 1K
is this
mark,
competition over?
1K
What are some of the
subs.
things he can do to try to get to zone, try to make sure his game lasts a slight bit?
What he's doing right there, trying to force that player to.
Look at this. Someone tweeted that tears it. Fortnite. I skipped out on my bi-weekly shower to get on creative. Yada yada yada. Sees that there's an 11-hour downtime. Look at this shit. Yeah, cheers, bro. Listen. Okay, we'll lose those. I don't know. I don't know how this keyboard's still on. Probably because his PC didn't fall, but everything else did. I'm reckon just he probably didn't rage. It's probably just because it's a glass table. But yes.
Drop down or either move up and use a launch pad. Forcing a player to use that launch pad is so critical. You see someone kind of flying on through there, the zone. We'll see, I believe that was Savage, that arrow there. We'll more likely making it on in. We'll see if Andalex is going to be able to do the same thing. Forcing that player to rotate early even, just on foot, is going to be so crucial here for him, but he has to do it perfectly.
And that's just 2 players that you're mentioning. This type of relationship will go down amongst so many people on the server. As we saw from that big overhead view, there's just about 5 people in zone right now, and everyone else has to move in. Andalex is not holding anything back. RPG's being put down. He wants to, if he can, get as many eliminations as possible. If he can't find a way to move, but he finds a launch pad.
Oh, I don't mind him.
He's going up in the air now. The one thing you don't want to
Cuts.
one thing you don't want to do is get beamed up in the air. You want to find a good base as well to drop down and post up with. He does. Andalex is safe for the next portion of this game.
And who's not safe is Wolfies and CRR. They both go down. 1, 2, and 3 are out of this game right now. The lead is up for grabs. Aqua, I still believe in this game. This is turning out right there in the middle of your screen. You see Aqua, you see Mitro. A lot of big names that were near the top of the leaderboard. Mitro, not so much, but still able to go anyone's way. Aqua could run with this.
Yep, and top 10, Hinyachi's right at the bottom as well. Mitro, though, will be on height. We're talking about how good Aqua is. Now when we see Mitro in his loadout, Sky's Loot, the grappler, that mythic AR, it hurts so hard, and you're able to just stay on top and move around as well with the assistance of that grappler. Mitro is over so many floppers. This man has been saving this loadout, saving this entire moment for the end game, which we're going to be traveling to in just a second. As soon as you see these zones move, that's the hardest portion of the competition for so many of these players. Even if it is Aqua on mid-ground, when you're up against the top players at the top, like Mitro play, it's impossible, especially when he has this move.
I don't know.
Not yet impossible, because reminder, in the game that Aqua won, he build-fought Mitro for high ground, took it from him into moving zone, and Mitro went down. He got slayed out by Aqua. But this is looking much better here for Mitro, as he's going to get an elimination there onto Kylie. Flying through the air, swatted on down. Mitro looking to get another elimination. Shots continuing to go through here for him. He does have to pause or the reload, but Mitro setting himself up for success using the grappler very, very effectively.
Yep, now it's all about the ebb and flow, making sure both you take control of the new builds you're building, the new height that Mitro is establishing, and also making sure you use the grappler in tangent with that AR. A balance right now is what Mitro has to
I don't think you were.
He has the range.
I think there was another dude before.
Maybe slightly too high. He's going to be way far away from getting that big damage down onto some eliminations, but if he has the position, we talked about it early game, how important height is. He can have control. That's another one picked up onto Mage. He gets silenced, taken out of game 1 so far, and he's looking back in zone. He's playing every single portion of the game. You might be seeing he's slowing down, but a launch pad's there to speed him right back up. Drops down with a Dragoncorn Unicorn glider, and then after that drops down a few more shots over to second height. That could be Aqua. We're not sure. Let's also popping off. It's a top 12 right now play.
Top 12 indeed, and Mitro continuously losing the grappler so well. Savage is in here, vibes going down. Savage, Moki in this game, taking out Savage, slaying him there on his run. Lecce in this game as well.
And they're going now to top 6 situation. Mitro controls it, but he's losing a lot right now. So many things are happening on the low ground.
Low ground is where it's at. That is the chaos that is going to ensue. As it's going up this mountain, you see Andalex going down. Mitro taking down Lecce. This could be the run that Mitro needed to get back into the game. Shots coming through. Build battle for high ground. Mitro going to maintain his height. 3 players in this game remaining, and we're not even into ace zone. Mitro, though, looking really good. It's Aqua. Aqua and Rezon. Aqua could run away with the lead if he's able to make something happen. Mitro, though, misplaying just a little bit, dropping down. Aqua getting the shots in. This is reminiscence of yesterday. Aqua going for the high ground is going to take it from him. And now we talked about it. We mentioned it. Aqua on the high ground knows how to win the games, and this should be his to close out.
And Mitro has the grappler, though. He has the floppers in Storm. We saw it before. We predicted it as well. Rezon, good defensive player, will stay down low. Does not have those options. Only has his builds. Has to utilize, has the Surtarps, but it's all wood. Mitro makes his move. Aqua hears it, tries to stop. Now everything is just a complete 50-50 between these 3 players. Mitro taking a big hit. He might be out for the count here. It's a final 1v1 between Rezon and Aqua. And it's Aqua, the height king, possibly the king of Europe right now after game 1, all the way up top with the victory royale.
Aqua coming back and winning that. I think 165 points was exactly what Janus has, so we may be tied on first right now.
I mean, he's got the win. This man might just be the most consistent player we've ever holding
throughout all of the games. Every single 6 game yesterday happened, and Anas came out on top of Frenzy. He's going to do it again. This guy does not stop.
Everybody's tweeted 11 hours
he's
till
there. But this time,
Fortnite's
it's
up.
different because
Plus,
there's a third party in the mix, which was not happening.
plus. Where was it? Where was it? Well, somewhere here, someone tweeted out a web page. I forget where it was. What do you mean? Most people going live on Fortnite is past streams. Yeah, they're mostly past streams. Because Fortnite's at 7.2k views right now on Twitch. Just giving all the small streamers an opportunity to go in there, go live, see if they can get up views. But I mean, not really, not if you only have like 4 people watching you. But yeah, I'm a small streamer. I'm not up there. I'm not up at that milestone yet. But yeah, nobody's... See, this person's saying servers are not down, and they literally are. Yeah, I have a geezer at this. Now I could tell, because I don't even think that's in Fortnite anymore. Is it? How do you donate? I don't know about that one. How do you donate? I'll see if I got something here for you. I believe this is my tip page, I believe. Yeah, it looks like that's probably where you go and do the tip set.
Yesterday.
You can play...
And Anas, now down low, is going to have to reload everything. The player up above not really joining in, not joining the fray at all. And he's going to back up. That's Verox up on the hill.
FNF.
So he's fine for now, but if Verox decides he wants to stay, that could be a problem. Anas now going to hopefully sneak away. Yes, I think it's going to be a disengagement from both sides. And it's going to be A-OK for now because Anas all the way down south, there's actually plenty of room for him to work with in that first zone. A lot of space to build out down in the south of the map and around the corner.
I'll probably play it soon.
It'll be really nice. Alpha now moving out of Frenzy Farm as well. And he was 59th place yesterday with 50 points. The key here, guys, if you're new to watching competitive Fortnite, is trying to find yourself space. Yes, you want a good loadout out of spawn. If there's any fights that you can be taking that are not risky, you want to be taking those for that extra loot. But most importantly, you're going to want to find yourself up on a hill or inside a house that you can refarm. That is yours. Safe, but no, Alpha, not safe. I feel like this is deja vu. I've seen a fight happening right here every single time. Sneaky business, and yes, it was Maestro again.
But yeah, Ocean,
trying to bait that house, but I mean, sometimes this
the donation
play is kind of ran
in
a
the
lot
link
because we already
in
saw it
comments.
Yeah, and no doubt here, Deja Vu, Lecce is around here, Paul.
Really
This
know
is
if it'll
an
work.
opportunity for maybe Lecce to look into this fight as
if you wanna,
early
you can
as
do it.
looking into this fight, seeing the first time
Nobody's
early
stopping
on the
you.
broadcast. Blackie training. These are the people that are in the middle of the leaderboard. They still have the opportunity to have that pop-off game. Milan, someone that had a pop-off day yesterday in day one, trying to come back in day two. No doubt Tohai, his duo partner out there, rooting for Milan's success. I mean, we're talking about the Milan having the history in solos, placed 55th in Poland here, Bala. So I like this opportunity for Milan.
Live chat. I'll post it in
into the top 10.
description
Get his
as
way
well.
into there. We've been seeing that it is a possibility. He's in 7th place right now.
And this is what I'm talking about when I say the position. Look at the amount of tags that Milan is going to be able to get. And we have seen in the last 2 games, or at least in the last one, how Storm Surge can be an impact. So any little damage that you can get really helps. Because as we get approaching to that 2nd and 3rd zone, those notifications for Storm Surge will come on. And people will realize where they are in relation to everybody else in the lobby. Speaking of somebody who never has issues with Storm Surge, it's Wolfies. And he's playing so careful here against Trulex on the side of this dam. It's a possibility that he finds himself a free elimination, but we'll have to see if Wolfies actually opts to disengage when the time is right. He looked like he was considering it for a second there, and I think that is the key for Wolfies. To actually overtake and be at the top is to stay with this reserved playstyle. For now, though, he's still looking for these shots, but not full aggressing.
We did see Wolfies have a great game 1 and game 2. About at this time, he was turned up
Ocean,
a little bit.
I'll be back in
He
2
is trying to
seconds.
Get this Elim
Just
on
gonna
the
get
board
this
right
in real
now.
quickly.
He's going to go ahead and use that heavy to get right inside the box, and the aggression from Wolfie pays off with a big major bite on Trulex right there, Bala. But this is what we've been seeing from Wolfies. He starts off very hot, and hopefully he stays hot for the rest of this run. He's still a dangerous player in the lobby. Is Rezon, who had a great showing just a little bit earlier, now has CRR knocking on his door, and CRR is going to keep up the pressure. He's going to do all that he can to get inside of this box. Now he's going to go ahead and change the angles. This is what they do in the pro scene. You're going to see them attack from so many different ways, trying to find weakness inside this defense. And CRR is going to look from the bottom side, gets right in there, pushes right on through, and nice aggression with that weapon placement there, Bala.
Taking advantage of the mistake there from Rezon, just barely underneath the stairs. Unfortunately, that's going to solidify his elimination there from CRR, but there we go. 2 back-to-back of the controller players on top of the EU region right now. Wolfies playing very smart in that last engagement, and then CRR doing the same as well. Another sneak attack for Strokey on the Mongrel. This could be huge for Mongrel's continued presence in the grand finals, and he is going to take some big beams already down to no shield in this engagement. For Strokey is going to come really fast on top of this build.
Fastroki had a great time in the qualifiers. He got himself into this. Now looking for that start. No doubt adding Mongrel to that list of elims will get you there. Has a great kit, and he has Mongrel on the back foot here in that bandage bazooka. It's that sign that no, that I am in trouble, but FaZe Mongrel has the skill to fight back, and that is what we're doing. They're about even in the life lead. Bandage bazooka goes out, gives us a moment to breathe. The tac shotguns are coming down, raining down on Mongrel. Mongrel, one of those people who coined the term of 1 HP, trying to stay away from that 1 HP vibe here, Bala.
And he will go down, and you have to wonder there, that is definitely not a fight that Mongrel wanted to engage in at all. Strokey had all of the momentum going into that, all the decision making. Mongrel, if he wanted to, if he saw for Strokey, he definitely would have not even shot, even if the back would have given him the opportunity.
I'll put it in live
he
chat
dives on
for you.
that, he makes it work. A couple other storm fights. Mitro, the king of these types of fights, he is going to disengage from Putrick on the backside. These are people who've been engaging against each other outside the Shark and at the Frey Islands throughout this entire grand finals. Mitro, though, has been trying to kind of get away from that W key playstyle. Same thing with Wolfies. I think that's the key for him. Yes, he takes smart engagements for the most part,
an
But if he gets too caught up in this sort of style, if he gets too caught up in waiting for players like this, he ends up falling before the placement really starts to get divvied out. And that's unfortunately going to be what happens. Thankfully, this time it works out, and this is the genius of Mitro. When he plays this aggressive style, he always is starting with an advantage.
MMB still represented here. Mitro doing the best out of Mongrel and Benji. Mitro had a great pop-off game here earlier on the broadcast.
Yeah.
We all know what he is capable of. We're just waiting for him to do it at the higher levels of their leaderboard. And no doubt we're going to keep an eye on Mitro the rest of the ride here. And now we have a nice little battle here. It's going to be one of those ones that, you know, the confidence boost. We talk about the confidence elims, the confidence things that could kind of catapult you and jumpstart your journey. And that's what Maj is doing right here, part of Solari. Getting in, trying to look at that confidence elim. There it is. He gets it right there on Mage. Mage goes down, and he's feeling it. That's what I'm talking about. Especially with the Midas drum gun there, Bala. That could be a great start to the rest of this journey.
That's really well done for Magel. Will solidify himself a good position. Now a little bit of quiet. Storm Surge was active for a moment there, but definitely down now. Yes, 70th. Moki's just 5 in the box. This is what she needs to do. Get that confidence back. You talked about being confident with your elims here. Sure, position does need to rotate a little bit, but also trying to decide what other people are going to be doing. Also assessing the situation while trying to build up a little bit of happiness in this one. Got to be careful, though. Vortex not really pushing all the way through. Moki was trying to follow up on these old builds, which is something that these players will often do, but Vortex just sitting there like we saw Mitro do just a moment ago, and she's aware. Moki with the big tag to start things off. 85 damage now off of our friends on the other side, and yes, another one. Moki follows it up with clean fashion. 2 shotgun shots in a row, expecting the play out of Vortex right there, expecting the old builds to still be occupied.
Moki starting off day 2 really nice, and that's what we saw that pop-off game in game 1. We were seeing Moki on the board, one of the darlings of this tournament, so it's great to see that. But another person that's one of the favorites here is Leshy. Leshy is on fire today, and I think he will continue to blaze through the rest of the day. This is one that everyone wants to keep an eye on, catching toes, catching shins. Leshy going in, getting that green light. Gonna get this first elim possibly of the match. Going in hot, using the pickaxe. I'm hoping not to see a disrespect pickaxe, but instead you get 100 in the dome. And now it's Leshy. It's a matter of moments before he wraps up this fight. This is very awkward here, fighting underneath the river. So much can happen, and that's what I mean. The awkwardness catches up with Leshy, able to get Steelix and not phased by dipping in out of that water. That was a little bit scary there, Bala.
That it was, but well done from Letchi. Uncomfortable fighting circumstances, but Letchi is comfortable in all of them because of how much he fights time and time again. And for him, he's definitely trying to push in with the likes of Andalex, who we see on our screen in the bottom right. He's still alive because their performances at DreamHack, they've been dueling for so long. Letchi placed 3rd at the Sweden events. Now Styler, though, on the aggressive right on top of this box. He doesn't quite find exactly where the player is, but there it is on the backside. There he could phase in. No, it's an edit from the other side. A little bit slow now as he actually does escape up above.
Ocean, you still here, man?
Gets the elim as well with the escape. Fast Roki goes down. It was a 73rd battle versus 24. And Styling, moving on in the rest of the way here. And then Delix, I've been looking at the feed here. Bala, I think our top 10 is almost intact. So we're going to expect some big names to kind of continue moving on. As you see, CRR Wolfies. These are the guys that are in the top 10 who want to have a great way in the middle here, Bala.
CRR goes down. Unfortunately, that's the end of him.
Whoops,
Wolfies
my bad.
I
didn't mean to do that.
Take the spoils from that one because
Yes.
4ZR beams him from range. So now with that, an impact, a refresh for Wolfies. He gets his mats back up, but goes in the box. He's in the cone, yes, and he finishes it off too. Knows the HP situation, the information that he needed to solidify that onto Kylie. And Wolfie's now looking very good for this one. And you talk about this is maybe the first time our top 10 might be a little bit more intact than normal. In this case, yes, this is the first time we're really seeing Wolfies at this stage of the game, at least today. But on the other side of things, Aqua is up on height again. Yes, we're still in that 3rd zone, but potentially very soon we're going to reveal the 4th and we're going to reveal the 5th. And if he's up here again, this could be potential for Aqua to be going again towards the top of this game.
Aqua, the World Cup champion with Nyrox. Nyrox cheering on his duo partner here. Aqua trying to be, I mean, the stats don't lie. He wins every, oh my goodness. The deal gets the real deal hits from them. Aqua getting another elim, but Aqua is one of the most consistent players we've been saying throughout the broadcast. Almost getting 2 wins in every grand final that he's in, Bala.
Now that sounds at the surface very consistent. Yes, getting those wins important, but for Aqua, one of the things that's really bugging him and why he's not necessarily in the lead yet is that when it comes to placement game to game, he's actually faltering a little bit. Yes, he has those 2 wins. That pushes his average placement way up, but not really making it up over the threshold in a lot of these other ones. As Thomas HD picks up a big elim with the heavy snipe on the side of zone 2. Never mind. Thomas finds the gaps. Jachu and another one right in a row, and he might actually be able to get the refill from that too. The materials are still in that box. He's trying to find a way in, but I think he might just opt to stay right here as the 5th zone gets revealed.
The double bang bang from the heavy sniper. Tomas has been sniping everybody throughout this entire FNCS Invitational Solos. It doesn't matter the range, medium, far, long. Thomas is one of the best snipers we have in the EU region. An upcoming star in the EU region is Moki. Moki sitting at 48 points, but catching, heating up right now. And I think it's just that confidence. She has the utmost confidence. We saw her vibing out in the cone a little bit earlier. And now she's trying to do her best to find another elim here. Just got revealed zone. She has it. Doesn't have to expend too much energy to get in terms of resources. But right now, she's looking to get into this box next door here, Bala.
Yeah, she's just waiting for that opportunity, waiting because everybody is definitely going to be trying to box in and tunnel in. She's not in like you pointed out, but with the time that she has on her side, she can not only wait for this player to go in at the same time, but if they mistakenly go right on top of her, that's an easy pickup with that cone at it. Catch her in the box. Wolfie's in the box with Benji, and he does escape just with his life. Moki in a dangerous field of players right in front of her. There are so many big names. Here's the pickaxe. She's staying in the floor, so it's phased, but no, Anas reads it, sees that yellowed floor, and immediately responds to Moki, who had a brilliant idea, but no, it doesn't work out. Anas, who's still pushing up with 130 points. That's why I was saying a dangerous fields of opponents.
So dangerous, and Thomas picks up another elim. Aqua picks up another elim. The top 10 are fragging out here in this lobby. More points are being thrown on the board. Anas in 8th place. Aqua, where is he? On the high. No doubt has a big dominant position. The power position here, Bala, as we see, as things are going to progress here. Wolfies is going to be very dangerous here, looking for more bites.
And this is it. Wolfies was playing such a good placement game yesterday, game after game. He had some of the best average placement.
Not until my countdown's finished till we can play Fortnite. Man.
Over everybody, really, except for Janice. And actually, Airwalks, he did fall a little bit once he started getting the W key going, but he's back here in the end game. We're in 6th zone, and there's plenty of people that he's got to mow through and actually play for this end game, so we'll see. But this is where he thrives. If he can get that top 5 again, then all of a sudden, Janice needs to be scared. Aqua needs to be scared. And I don't know if I've seen Janice actually in this game, but besides that, obviously, Aqua on height, he picks up another one. Wolfie's getting aggressive, but he pays for it because he's down now to 82 HP.
Aqua and Nas picking up E-Limbs, so they're keeping up pace. Can Wolfie keep up pace? This second place FNCS squads with Mongrel, Benji, and Nate, so we know he is the champion caliber inside here. Wolfie's trying to prove that he could do it on his own here in the solos, and Nas actually goes down, Scully goes down, and Wolfie picks up a
Ocean is still
big-time
up.
elimination on Milan.
That he does, and now moving forward a little bit more. He's got the room, but not really the materials. Only in 6th zone right now, and with only 20 builds, this is definitely going to be a tough rotation, but he can make it in this 6th zone. It's just a matter of finding one more elimination. That's why he's hunting so much. Andalex goes down as well. Here it is. Heavy step in the box, and he makes it work. Yes. On to Blackheat, and that is what he needed. Now 64 builds, and also the launch pad. Janice still up in this game, though, and Tayson, too.
And Savage is in this game as well, as the lobby is now making a way down this
Can you
elevation
make
here.
an Amazon
Janice
thing
sitting on the
that's
low ground.
wonderful?
Norward up there as well. Drogon
look, bro,
in
you
a
don't need
good
to donate, bro.
situation
It's
to
all
take
good.
advantage here if he has the flops.
So good, you don't need
Vibing,
donate.
trying to vibe as he pushes in. Taking a look
You
at the
vibe.
feed. Hen
I
goes
really
down. The
need
Dark Horse
donations,
has
bro.
been eliminated. Vibes looking in hot. Has the opportunity to get this elimination here if he wants. He goes for the edit.
Cheers
Peanut butter
for
and
the-
jelly. Gets the elimination on Lucia. Now Vibes right now sitting really solid, but he needs that
cheers
impact. He
for
needs some loot
public
here.
owner.
He's very low on mats, and that's it. He's all done. So this is going to be an opportunity just to sneak into the box, and he does. Gets Lysen right there, and he has the grappler there, Bala.
He gets the grapple to the AR2, but a mistake just for a moment. He is going to grapple up towards height. I'm wondering who's up there, because Vibes right now has the opportunity to really do something in this one, but only 7 builds. He can't really contest too much if he did go up, so Ops to drop down, but the RPG2, there it is, Mr. Savage goes down in 8th place to the hands of Vibe. A harpoon from high ground, too. That could be huge for whoever that is up on there to grab a couple more materials from that impact.
All eyes are on Vibes right now with the rocket launcher, but all eyes as well should be on Aqua. Where is this man doing? He is on fire with the power position here, Bala.
That he is, but Janice takes it from him. He yoinks the high ground with a nice...
Ocean Man, you don't need to donate, bro. It's all good. It's all good. I don't know how to make an Amazon thing that's $1 worth either. So, it's all good, Ocean. You don't need to donate. Even though I would like it, but nah. I would rather want to just chill. But there's my Twitch link if you want to go.
Retake on that one, and we could be setting up for a
Follow
1
my
versus
Twitch
1.
channel.
No, Janice actually gets him. He falls to the zone, so we're seeing Janice possibly now overtaking, possibly going to get his first win, too. Cammy takes another one. It's a top 3 situation, possibly even setting up a 1 versus 1 between the former duo partners of Janice and Tayson.
This is a big time. We got 1st place, 4th place in the fight. Cammy is in here as well. This is going to be a high time here. Victory Royale intimate here. Top 3 situation. Cammy with the defense on Tayson. Now it's a 1v1 Bala.
1 versus 1, here it is. This is going to slow down a little bit because the old builds in the mountain, Janice is going to take advantage of that. So plenty of time to breathe for Janice, but I want to see his materials. I want to see how much he actually has left in the tank. Same with Cammy. Obviously, he just got that elimination down low. So it all is right now, Janice trying to open up these sight lines, trying to get a little bit of damage onto Cammy. But there's floppers and slurpfish for Janice, so this is what he's playing for right now. This is all it takes if you get in these situations. If you go into it with a setup as grand as this, there's almost no way you can lose this, but you never know where this zone takes you.
It is Cammy who's coming from 22nd place, going against first place. No doubt this is a monster game for Cammy, as doing all that he can to get Janice at the high ground. The flops were a key factor, and Janice predicts with a big-time hit against Cammy.
Well done there, knowing that that grappler's still possibly in play, so Janice keeps aware of every... That was insane.
Let's not forget.
Tsunamis on the leaderboard as Leshy picks up another one on Fanta. Fanta going down to Leshy. Leshy's might get a two-piece here. This is Leshy's opportunity to move up on the board. He's at 12th place right before this match. So now Leshy looking in hot. Gonna get the opportunity, get the high. Right now, gonna poke right on in. Just almost gets right in. Now he's gonna go ahead and move around here. He has a great time. He has all the resources in the world to hold on to. But the third party here, Bala, is sniffing right now. Lechy, is he gonna go down like the others did in early games? We already saw Anas go down. We already saw Wolfies go down. And it's Benji here contesting this fight.
Oh my goodness, so many big names. And Lechy immediately, as the third party comes in, tries to back off, but Benji doesn't let go because Lechy building in this wood, that's a sign of weakness for Benji to drop right in. And for somebody like Lechy, who we just saw Mr. Savage go down, they were right next to each other on the leaderboard, so he has the opportunity to actually overtake in that case. Thankfully, now that Lechy has that brick base, the metal base, Benji will opt to back off and try to just farm up on that bridge. The rest of the lobby a little bit more quiet. Airwax in the distance. Vortex, who we saw earlier, that epic tac shotgun right next to Mage. It definitely could be a box dive in the making. Ensar continues to get early eliminations, but I don't quite see him yet. Pushing up into that top 20. So he has to capitalize on those and really make it either a lot of elims or push up into those placement points. On in the distance. All quiet right now. And this is very, very much, yep, exactly what we tend to see in these later games. And Vortex is actually going to get on top of Mage in the cone right next to him, and I think Vortex knows. Yes, he pickaxed it just to get that visibility, and he's going to dive on it. This is Mage with the drum gun. Got to be so careful with your Vortex. Nice shot through the stairs. He just box out. He still has control of this wall. Whoa. Yes. Now that is what I talk about when I say piece control. Trapping Mage in the box on the backside, grabbing every extra wall when it breaks. Well done there from Mage, and I think I just heard the grappler come nearby him or right around him. I'm definitely worried now if that grappler shows his position. The lobby tends to drop right on top of it.
Now it's Putrick who's worried right now for Lechy. Knocking on the roof very aggressively.
Nah, don't get your old accounts. I don't really like.
And that is a big time strike, 140. It's a matter of time here.
Don't do that, bro.
Now it's going to be
really
uber aggressive here, going ultra instinct now, trying to get inside of this box. Bang!
I don't really
big
like people
right
subscribing with old accounts because
Swaggy goes down by Lechy.
That means that's 20 people that I think that subscribe.
Solidify the gap
it's actually
over
one person.
Mr. Savage with that one.
Yeah,
even they were tied before that, so now Lechy takes the lead. So he pushes himself up to 11th place. There's Putrick in the distance. That's a mobile player. Yep. Mitra lurking nearby. You got to be careful.
Trying to get back into YouTube. I used to have like 60 people watching at once,
but does have the grappler, so definitely steering things back before Mitra. In that first game, he got that third place, and now trying to really push up another one there. Nice walls on the side, almost gets it all, and oh my goodness, that is such a difficult shot down below and underneath. He pounces quickly and takes out Lucia.
Benji goes down in the Elim feed. Benji looking for an opportunity to climb up, losing the amount of games to do so. We're about the halfway point here
17.
of the grand finals of the EU region here. FNC has solos, and Mitro has a great opportunity to grapple himself up their leaderboard right now. He's at 25th place, and knowing that the top of the board is already out of this match is going to be a strong opportunity, but Lechy is a lot closer to get into that top 5 situation, and I think Lechy knows it. Looking at that Elim feed, he's going to put Glory right back out of the server here. It is looking really good for Lechy, and the recipes for success are really high for this player here, Bala.
That was just disgusting from Lecce. He reads his opponent perfectly where he's going to go, and if you want to push up, if you want to catch up to that first spot, he's doing what he needs to do. He needs to get elims not only in the mid game and in the end game. For Lecce, it's been that placement that's kind of faltered for him because of how aggressive he is. He's kind of actually switched spots with his former duo partner Wolfies in terms of like who plays aggressive, who plays passive, because Lecce throughout its qualification for World Cup, it was end game eliminations that really put him up there. And the best players in the world. So we'll see. He has to definitely shift a little bit more towards placement, but with the standings how they are, with being in 11th place, he's got a lot to
you
work
bored?
to catch up.
Yes and no.
Spot, but still could work against.
I'll probably play a
Aqua,
game in a
who's
second.
Still sitting in second and third.
Cammy
I'm just thinking on what to play.
9th right now before this match. Only picked up 1 point so far in this one. He's going to look for another opportunity there. Almost hits. We've been seeing some nasty, heavy sniper shots here in the broadcast. I saw one yesterday on left eye. This is an insane far shot here. And the heavy sniper, a lot of the players, for those of you just tuning in, never seen its use, is also a utility item for a lot of them. You can kind of get inside the box.
Yeah, I'll probably play a game in a second, dude. I'm just thinking on what to play.
You can catch someone looking at their blueprints. And Cammy right now is trying to catch somebody using this corn peak right now. And maybe get an opening dink into this engagement now. But man, corn fighters are the most dangerous fighters, I always say. Much more dangerous than bush fighters. Yeah! And the big 126 blue hit. And Cammy from the corn gets the job done. And now everyone says, wait a minute, there's someone out there fighting. I'm going to go ahead and try to get my freebie shots in. And Cammy now playing some defense. Switches over to the hard mats, extends a little bit here. And now going to safely med back up.
Second screen.
But that was a nice hit.
And I'll have a look at it
there,
if I see anything.
He loses the opportunity to actually get the load out there. Speaking of Aqua, who's sitting in second place right now, look at that 1 placement point, so now 208 for him. This is what he does. He consistently gets on top of bases, and oh my goodness, instantly responds against Jachu. Great awareness for Aqua, knowing that and hearing that Jachu is running up the stairs, perfectly plays that. But what I was going to say is that in this third zone, he always tries to base up high over somebody on a mountain if he can. Because then, if the zone falls in his way, he has that opportunity to hold on to the high ground. If he
I'll have a look at it.
Obviously, if the zone doesn't go in his way, maybe he invested a little bit too much on this. But he's
Kind
got
of
an
just
impact
chilling,
right on high ground, so he really doesn't have to worry about materials at all.
These gameplays.
No doubt Aqua is one of the kings of the high ground. Lecce, partner of Wolfies, is trying to make his way up the board so close. And now he has Frenzy. Frenzy, who ruined the run of Anas a little bit earlier ago, trying to do the same thing, be the spoiler that it is. Lecce has some fire behind him, so he's going to try to do his best to drop it a little bit with the layer switch. And now he's just waiting to see what's going to happen here, looking for information. The information is needed that he has the player up there weak, but he has to protect from the third party, and the fourth party's raining in. Bala, a lot of shots are raining in right now, and almost going down, but Lecce now gets the slow side of it, so he's not going to get any more bullets from the fight. Now he's going to focus laser in on Frenzy, who has been disturbing his piece.
It's funny you talk about Anas actually falling to Frenzy, and I don't think we've seen Frenzy actually make it out towards the early game this time. Obviously trying to make up for lost time in this, and he goes on the path where Lecce possibly didn't expect him. You saw Lecce wasn't necessarily playing aggressive on this one as the fourth zone gets revealed. But then he does go back right into his metal base, and yes, now it's going to be hard for Frenzy to actually break into this, but he's not letting go.
Frenzy, this is kind of cause a Frenzy on this leaderboard, this shakeup. We're talking about someone down at 89th place. But hey, everybody in this tournament is dangerous, and they have to be respected. Even though you may not have a solid run, you're still one of the top 100 players with solo in your region. And Frenzy's going to say, I have the same skills as Lecce. And now Lecce, as the 50-50 goes between the two. But Lecce has the power and the will to survive and gets Frenzy right out of this lobby.
It was fourth zone revealed in the time that fight was going on. Aqua did not get it, so that investment that he made may be a little too much. He's now going to have to redo that entire fight for that high ground, and he is going to come in on that north side a little bit. So everybody else making their way in. Airwalks, Marcus with a little bit of an elevated position. Here's Mitro, who can always yoink high ground if he needs to, but showing off that he has the grappler
looking at
so
stuff.
early right here in this fourth zone. Yes, he gets on top of somebody, but that also might be the cue for Amplify to start box fighting it.
Mitro now taking a look at the low. Aqua does go down, so that change in position, that early gamble on the high ground, and as he was moving, he gets bopped. So now there's going to be a shake-up a little bit lower. We haven't seen, is Janice most likely still running around, so he could grow his lead. We're talking about a major lead, about 20 points or so. Mitro now racking up a lot of points as well. Does not have to worry about Storm Surge. Now he's just focusing, looking for people who are weak in the builds right there, and Kenzel goes down from Mitro. Every fresh build is an opportunity for Mitro to get an elim, and he's looking at any of those people who are trying to get those free rotations where they're not expending any kind of builds right now. So Mitro has a strong opportunity, investing early on the high ground, and it's paying off for him. Bala picking up another elim. That's 4 for the match.
And you pointed it out perfectly, looking for the fresh builds, looking for the reset edits where the builds are going to be very low HP so that that AR can chew through them and instantly get it. Elims after Elim, so Mitro setting up on high ground. He does not get zone though, so Lecce is the one who's going to win that. And with an Elim here not too far away for Lecce, he's going to sit on a lot of materials, but he's not going to go all the way up. Just sets up that base for going up a little later so that it's fully built when the time comes. He's still getting aggressive. He's still looking for this. Yes, it's not his wall. He gets the cone in too, and yes, takes out Artur. Perfectly played, and he gains a launch pad from that one. And not only that, but more mats to build out a base. There's still not anybody really here. He throws up extra heals if he needs to. Possibly even take a RPG there off that body. What he's doing right now is trying to shuffle all the mats, all the items from down below up above so that he can have easier access to them if he wants to continue to build up and really take advantage
I'm
of
having a
this
gazer at
mid
it.
zone position, because as you've seen, players are going to have to launch from the other side. Mitro now taking advantage of that. No launch pad for him though. Takes out Flick of the Sky. Can he get another flick of the wrist to find somebody else? No, it's the grapple time. Just trying to get in the zone.
Trying to get in the zone, he has to be careful. Usually if you're using the grapple out here out in the open, it makes everybody look up and you could get beamed out of the air. As you can see, you are vulnerable, but a nice connection for Mitro. He's at height and he's going to turn around, look into the back of the circle here and get a couple of shots in as the Storm is pushing people towards him. Fresh builds is the green light and beams are coming out from Mitro. Mitro has a great kit here as well, Bala. Doesn't have a lot of builds, so no doubt looking for that refresh, but he does have the RPG rocket launcher to shoot down anybody. They're going to contest his height, but no doubt that grappler is that kind of that X factor, the problem solver for a lot of these situations. And in the hands of Mitro is going to be very easy, as we see that Airwax got eliminated at 49th.
Got it.
So a lot of shakeups on the board here, and Mitro, I think he has a prime opportunity to take advantage of that shakeup.
Yeah, Mitro has this. He's got the height really well structured here, and with the grappler, this is so easy to hold on. He also pulls the 6th zone right behind him as Lecce picks up another one. Down below in another box fight, Lecce is not stopping with the 6 elims he has, and again, getting a player coming into his box, inviting him and accepting him. This epic pump, he's making it really happen, and he also has the mythic heavy AR. 39 players left now, and he also has zone. He also has this pulling a little bit farther north. Lecce, a big opportunity here to rise the ranks, because already he started this game at 120-ish, and he's at 147, so 20-plus points accrued in just one game so far, and it's not even over. Another one onto Frey.
Another one, Lecce. We're talking about the 32nd place of the World Cup solos. 3rd place at DreamHack. This is a guy that's been heating up, and as time goes on, and he finished 4th place at the qualifiers here, Bala.
Janice still up in this game too, and obviously Mitro's still holding on to height, but Janice trying to push up, and Tayson actually lands right next to him as well. He does have to fall because he gets pumped hard, but I believe from Tayson, so it's going to be Tayson almost on high ground. Mitro, where is he at? I think still grappling above these players. Janice going to try to pop the med kit. That's huge. Top 28 right now. If he gets his health back, that's a lot more time that he has to work around zone plays. And Alex picking up another one too, trying to work his way up. There's a launch pad way down. He takes the risk to go for it. Yes, another pad, another ride towards more placement.
This is so scary, and he's going to go ahead and build on this tarp here. He's not looking good in the material department, does not have a lot of hard mats, so he's going to look for that refresh, and someone sees that he's not looking good, building out of wood. You said so before, if you see someone build out of wood, that is a green light. He has to be very careful here. Now he's only has 3 builds. This is our first place right now in shambles, but can his experience and his skill set get him that impact elimination that he so desperately
Imagine how
needs?
much like their
He does
hearts
only 3
are pumping
builds. There's a
throughout
player
all
in this
these
box. Yes,
games.
he gets one, and that's Tayson, his
Tayson.
dual partner. Takes him
Oh.
right out and does get a couple extra mats, but now has to work through brick and metal. Can he actually pickaxe through all that med kit that he just took? Saved his life right there. That's 70
Don't
health.
forget to subscribe,
He has
guys.
so many ticks, now down to 10. He still has shield, but no,
If you
goes
want
down to
to.
Droben. I saw Mitro still in the game. Possibly Letchi too. I'm also seeing
Oh,
Andalex pop.
I'm just saying, like, imagine their heart rate throughout, like, these games. Like, they're all playing for the money. Oh, not really for the money, but, like, competing, bro. This
Been
shit
up a
makes your
couple
heart.
times. There it is.
go,
Letchi
like,
down on mid ground. At Vortex is the
fast.
one on high. But Mitro is going to contest with the grappler.
Mitro is on the high, and Lecce is very close to it. He does have a good amount of builds to take height, but I no doubt looking for a refresh. He's going to have to use the old school tactics of cranking to do it. So Lecce right now, only 4 builds to his name, has a nice layer. Now looking down below for some hits with these edits. Now he has the opportunity. He does see it. He's going to take a good hit on the back foot here, Bala.
This is where Lecce shines. These deep endgame situations, these shambles positions, the ways that he plays them, the tactics, the ingenuity that he goes through, the creativity. You remember his double trap to qualify the last 3 players in the game to qualify for World Cup. Lecce is a monster in these situations just like this, and with 8 eliminations, he still could rise way, way up.
He is looking for it, hunting for it. Lecce is going to have to do this like a low ground warrior, just jumping between other enemy builds, so he has to keep his head on a swivel. As the grapple goes off, he knows that that's what he wants right now, considering he doesn't have any builds. Cartoon goes down to Lecce. It's a top 3 situation. Grappler still, actually Lecce picks up the grappler. So Mitro did go down. Now it's Lecce's world. It doesn't matter that he doesn't have that many builds. He has to just navigate and grapple his way up. Batman to height, and he gets bopped right there by Skagen, who plays the Joker to his ride.
And now who's the last player? Skagen with 3 eliminations. It's 4ZR who's in this one. We've seen him a couple times in towards the end game. And now a 1 versus 1 for this one in game number 4. To make their stake known, to make it so that they have a chance. And he's got the drum gun against the grappler up on height. 4ZR trying to rise up. And it is going to be this final 1v1. Blocks out a little bit, but then the piece control.
I'll
He
be
gets
right
the
back.
edit, gets the wall. Also the cone. He still has mats to build fight this, and he gets on top. But no heals here, so it's not necessarily a full heal off. No! What just happened? 4ZR runs out of materials at the final second. I don't know if he just forgot to place the cone or what happened, but all of a sudden the blunder, and he falls, loses the 1 versus 1 against Skagen.
I could tell you that Skagen going all the way from 93rd, getting themselves a victory royale and the highlight on the main show.
Man, I don't know what happened there for 4ZR. It looked like he did have materials when he did land, so maybe, Ball, you're right. Maybe he did just misplace that floor. You know, he even had the drum gun. He had everything he needed. Just a slight misplay there, unfortunately for him. So again, congratulations to Skagen, as you kind of pointed out, coming out from 93rd place. So again, it's still anyone's game. Everyone's looking to put up these massive performances. Let's take a look at the standings. What are they looking like after game number 4? Janice still holding on to that lead, still trying to create a divide between himself and Aqua, but Aqua's still the same point threshold, not letting him get far away. Wolfie's there in 3rd. Now look, Lecce, he jumped in, he started this game all the way out in 12th, and he says, no, this is not over. This is still something I have my eyes on.
Absolutely 12th to 4th place. Tayson kind of slipping a little bit. Analyx still in the running. Anas, you're seeing the penalty that it is. You go down early. You went down 5th to 8th. And as well, Thomas is kind of sniffing around the top 10. Rounding out is CRR. But we talked about it, Bala. Early engagements. The ripples could kind of tsunami and sunk your journey here the rest of the way. Mitro with a nice performance here. Now outside the top 10. Looking for a way in. And Savage. Now at least he didn't drop as low as 18. he still has that opportunity to get into the top 10 there, Bala.
Yeah, but with 2 games to go, I don't know if there's really too much he can say on
Dude,
that
a lot
spot,
happened
which
in
we
these
know
2
he
games.
likes. That they did.
Yes.
They did. Airwax goes down to 22nd. 4ZR moves all the way up to 21st, which I don't know where he was before this game, but I've got to say, he was actually 41st, so 20 spots in that one game with the second place that he got and a couple of elims too, but looking at the rest of this as well, I mean, you've seen the impact of a lot of people who have having these early game fights. Artur in there, one of those players. Vortex as well. Tiago, who's been fighting against CRR at Salty Springs. We're going to the last games, and now these guys really, I mean, I always say that people get desperate, but at the same time, people start playing close to their chests and kind of avoiding situations just like that.
It's going to be interesting to see who kind of mixes up their landing there. No doubt, race your race, they're going to keep on doing what they do best. But man, I have to point you, if you're feeling that pressure in the top 5 and even the top 10, is like, if I lose my early engagement to someone who I've been winning throughout the entire way, and this is the time, I cannot lose this. So no doubt, those players who are kind of, maybe they're not feeling that pressure, they could kind of take advantage of those nerves and slay them out. So it's going to be interesting, to see who could kind of calm the nerves, breathe a little bit, and move forward.
That's right, guys. Well, that wraps up game number 4. Now we got to step away for a second, grab a slurp juice. When we return, we'll have the final 2 games of the FNCS Grand Finals Invitational from Europe. Stay tuned, Fortnite fam. We'll see you after this break.
For us.
FNCS Invitational Grand.
The only one in the sky. Tragic's landing early and trying to kind of go around that edge, and Neon looks like he threaded that line perfectly, as we see Bizzle, who's in second place, so we still have first and second alive, and unless I'm mistaken, Kanata probably still in this one too, so this is looking pretty crazy. I know Eclipse is in there, saw him in the feed, so we've got at least 4 of the top 5 in this game still, and this is going to be heated when this one closes out. We're going to see the leaderboard change off 100%.
Different players, different beasts, all with different styles of play. And they're all finding success right now as we're seeing it. I just saw Miro fall in the feed. Miro was on a track right there. He actually dropped Durant, who was in the top 10 just a little bit ago. So someone like Miro, who plays that W key, is now getting punished for it come the mid-game here. Let's see, though. Bizzle looking for anything that he can find here on the back half.
Yeah, I'm
in that
just
second place.
seeing what's to eat.
Neon, Kanata, all players that are trying to run, take a stab at that first place. Heavy Snipe is going to come in now, though. This is just going to pause here, break it up. And the zone's going to favor him. He is going to be able to move. Those are his floors. And now he has the pressure. This player's on the back half of the zone. He's trying to play that to his benefit, and he's going to get punished in return and goes for it and wins the exchange. Jamper's going to fall now as he gets to heal here.
Yeah, that's interesting as well. Bizzle taking that peak on 45 HP. That's a very uncharacteristic, aggressive play from Bizzle. I would have thought he would have tried to relax a little bit, maybe get some of his meds off, but no.
Oh yeah, I'm going to go live on Twitch. So, my Twitch link is this. I'm sure you got Twitch. Or some type of Twitch thing. My username on Twitch is Downfall. But yeah, I'm going to switch over to that, and that way I don't get copyrighted, because I'll probably get copyrighted in a minute.